If you're looking for a fun, strategic twist on the classic Brick Breaker formula, Holedown has got you covered. It's a polished arcade game set in outer space where your goal is to dig deep into the core of various planets. You do this by launching bouncing balls at blocks, trying to clear them as you dig deeper and deeper. Each block has a number showing how many times it needs to be hit in order to break, so there's a bit of planning involved in deciding where to aim and how to maximize each shot. What makes it even more interesting is that some blocks are locked in place and must be destroyed, while others will disappear if you clear out the ones beneath them. On top of that, you have a limited number of shots per round and a limited number of balls for each shot, which adds to some of the strategy. It's a nice balance between making each move count and the satisfaction of watching perfectly executed shot ricochet around back and forth, taking down loads of blocks in one go. One thing that really sets Holedown apart is the way that it combines some level of simplicity with depth. It's easy to pick up, but the more you play it, the more you realize how strategic it can get. Lining up the perfect shot and watching the balls bounce around and destroy blocks is incredibly satisfying. There's also a progression system that keeps you hooked up until you get the max upgrades. You earn crystals as you dig deeper, which can be spent on upgrades like more balls per shot or more total shots, allowing you to dig deeper and unlocking new planets. Another great thing is the game's art style. It's minimalist, it's clean, and it has a certain charm to it that pairs perfectly with the game. The smooth animations and the cute little effects make for a relaxing, almost meditative experience. The music also adds a laid-back vibe to it with its upbeat and catchy tunes, making it feel fresh and polished compared to other games in the genre. I found myself spending time on it here and there as I had a few minutes to spare. That being said, Holedown does have a few major drawbacks. One thing that stands out is the lack of variety, especially in boss fights. After you've played through a few planets, you'll notice that each boss is essentially the same, just with a higher number. It would have been nice to see a bit more creativity or variation in the bosses to keep things fresh as you progress. This especially becomes a problem after you figure out the optimal way to defeat the core. Some players might feel that the game's a bit repetitive after an hour or so since the core mechanics largely stay the same. While it takes around 3 hours to complete all the planets, after that, you're left with an endless mode where the main goal is to just chase high scores on a leaderboard. For competitive players, that can be appealing, but if you're more into progressing through new challenges, you might find yourself wishing for a bit more once you've completed the main game. All in all, Holedown is a fun, albeit simple, brick breaker game that brings enough strategy and polish to the table to make it stand out. That said, at a $3.99 price tag, I walked out expecting a lot more than what I got. You will quickly know if the game's for you and if you want to play it, because there's so little outside of the focus of the physics component. It's not a bad game by any stretch, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that I was a bit disappointed in the experience. If you're a fan of brick breaker genre, or just looking for a well-made, relaxing game to sink some time into, Holedown is definitely worth checking out, but if you're looking for anything more, I would say skipping out on this one. If you have any recommendations for me to review, leave it in the comments section below. Otherwise, stay tuned in to Gaming in the Moment.